I want to start by thanking y'all for clicking on this video. Y'all already know what we about to do. You want to start by combing the hair into its natural direction, loosening up the curl patterns. And you also want to have that pick with you for the longer hair at the top. Now I'm putting in my first initial guideline with my 5-0 detachable blade, and I'm lining up this guideline with the corner of his eyebrow. The reason I use the 5-0 detachable blade is to prevent harsh guidelines. I know a lot of people use their trimmers to do this first guideline, but using trimmers makes it harder to get that first guideline out. So I find it easier using my 5-0 detachable blade. But you can also use your trimmers. It's all up to you and what you prefer. A quick tip on how to keep your guideline symmetrical is by splitting it in half, meaning starting on one side, stopping in the back, and then starting from the front of the opposite side and meeting in the back. That will keep your guideline leveled and symmetrical. And like I said, I use these eyebrows to base my first guideline off of, so you want to keep it at the same level on both sides. Now it's time to work that magic, going in with no guard lever all the way open, going up about 1/2 inch. I still got my lever all the way open, making sure I go over this area a few more times, making sure the hair is at the same length. Now I got my lever halfway closed, going up to that bottom guideline and flicking out. Now I got my lever all the way closed, only using the corner of my blade, aiming at any dark areas I see. The last 2 teeth are the only parts of the blades that are putting in work right now. Now I got my number 1 guard on with the lever all the way open, going up 1 inch higher than the previous guideline. I noticed that the number 1 guard was pushing the hair, so I went up to the number 1.5 guard, because on this guard the teeth are more spread apart, so it's making the fading process easier for myself. Now I got the number 1.5 guard with the lever open, going with the grain to get the hair pattern to lay down and flow into each other. Now I got my number 1 guard back on with the lever all the way closed, only using the corner of the blade, aiming at any dark areas. As barbers, we have to improvise on a daily basis because every hair texture is different. You might have to use different techniques on different type of hair, but you won't learn until you make mistakes. It's trial and error. You learn from the mistakes you made and you keep getting better and better. And I've been cutting for 7 years and I'm still learning till this day. So keep that in mind when any type of hair texture comes your way. learn to improvise. You're gonna make mistakes, but you're gonna learn from them. As you can see, my client has very curly, coarse hair, so I'm trying my best to get that top portion to lay down smoothly. So I was just using the 1.5 guard, going with the grain with the lever all the way closed. Now I got the number 2 guard on with the lever all the way closed. Trying to get that top portion of his hair to lay down. You're gonna see me go with the grain against the grain, trying to get that area perfected.
Put on the beat.
What I should have done in the beginning was take the side of his hair down to a number 2 guard all the way around before I started this whole process. So now I'm fighting with his hair to get it to do what I want it to do, but it's coming together. Now I got my 000 Speedo guard on. I use this guard to detail any dark areas left between the no guard open and the number 1 guard closed. I use these same steps for the other side and the back of his head, so I'm gonna skip that portion and go right into the hairline. I'm gonna show you guys how I prep the hairline and get it crispy using enhancements, and how to make the enhancements look natural as possible. So y'all stay tuned for more fire. Right here, I'm shaping up the front portion of his hairline, getting all those hairs that would overhang over the hairline, using my no guard all the way closed. Right here, I'm going in with my razor comb, using the long side of it, which is the same as using a number 1 guard, just not as aggressive.
Now I'm using Glass by OG Walker to prep the hairline.
Now we're working on the hairline. You want to start in the middle, work to one side, and then make the other side look exactly the same. Pulling out the razor comb again, using the long side to get the hair to lay down, so when I come with my trimmers, it's an easy process. Right here, I'm lifting the hair up off of the scalp so that when I come through with my semi-permanent, it actually reaches his scalp instead of staying on top of the hair. This will help your enhancements last a lot longer. I use the black brown semi-permanent by Tune 45. If you're looking for that product, it will be linked in the description below. Now I'm using hair fibers on top of the semi-permanent to make the hairline look more natural and full. Now I'm I'm using a level 4 extra hold hairspray to lock the hair fibers in place. Then you want to come behind it with the blow dryer, only using cold air to dry out the hairspray. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. MikeWillBlendIt. Y'all stay blessed and tune in for more content coming all next week, the week after that, the week after that.